Today we are making chocolate muffins and blueberry bread. Hey everybody, welcome to our bubble. My name is Katie. I'm so glad you could join me today. Today we are making chocolate muffins and blueberry bread. So I'm really excited. We're out of snacks, and muffins are more of a snack for us than a breakfast. We're normally higher protein. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our muffin cups ready, which I've already made a few, and I thought I would just show you guys how to make them really quick. They're super easy to make. All we need is a decent size of parchment paper. I don't even measure it. I just kind of guess. We're going to fold this in half. And then we're going to fold it in half again. Then we're going to cut these. Well, maybe. We want to cut it so we have 4 individual pieces. So that gave me 4 pieces. Then I'm going to take a glass. This glass, the bottom of it is about the size of the hole in my muffin pan. I don't know. These are regular tumblers. I think these came from Walmart. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold one of our little pieces of paper in half. Fold it in half again. And then we're going to unfold it. And put it right in the middle of our glass. Now, everywhere that you have made a crease, you're going to tuck and roll to one side. Tuck again, roll to the other side. And you're going to do this with all 4 sides while trying to hold them down. And what I do is grab the whole thing, and I kind of turn it in the direction of my folds. And this helps keep it together. So see, ta-da! Then we can just put it right in our muffin container. Aren't they nice? So we need one more. I'll bust that out real quick. While I'm doing this, we do have our oven heating to 450. Which I know that's kind of a high temperature, but we're only going to cook our muffins on that temperature for just a few minutes. So I by no means am a professional at this. But you know what? It doesn't matter. These are just for my husband and I. There. One thing we do want to do for a lot of baking recipes is you just want to kind of make sure that all your ingredients are about the same temperature. You want them about room temperature. This includes your eggs. So I did run up to the chicken coop and yank my broody chicken off her nest, and I stole the eggs that were under her. So she had 3 under her because I'm actually out of eggs at the moment. I keep giving them away. So we're going to get our medium-sized mixing bowl. The first thing we need is all of our dry ingredients in our bowl first. So we need around a cup and 3/4 of flour. Cup. And that's about 3/4. Now we need a 1/2 cup of sugar. I do use the organic cane sugar. You can use whatever sugar you want. We're mixing in a half a cup of cocoa powder. No, if I can get the lid off, there we go. We need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Oh my goodness. Well, it might be good to put on an apron. I do have on black today. It is quite a bit cooler here in central Kentucky thanks to the big hurricane. It has pushed down a lot of cold air onto us. We are around, let me look, 73 today. So that's nice. And humidity is only it's below 50%. So I've got windows and doors open today. It's summertime. It almost feels chilly because we've gone from 90 to 74. So 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Then we need a pinch of salt, and I always forget to grab my salt. Need a pinch. A pinch is normally around 1/4 of a teaspoon if you want to be, technical with your measurements. Now we're going to stir all of this together. We're going to make a little well in the middle of it. Just make a little hole, kind of. And we're going to grab another bowl and we're going to mix all of our wet ingredients in here. So we need 1 egg. We need 3/4 of a cup of milk. I use this shelf-stable milk because we actually don't use a whole lot of milk. Baking is about the only thing that I use milk in, and cooking, making roux for sauces and stuff like that. We don't actually drink milk anymore. We need 3/4 of a cup of milk, and these little containers are a cup. So we'll just use our half a cup measuring cup. I need 1/4 of a cup of butter. I'm going to mush that all around. Okay, good enough. Now we're going to add all of this to our dry ingredients and mix it in really well. So my dough is a little dry, and it's probably because this is just a standard muffin recipe and I have added a lot of cocoa powder to it. So what we're going to do is about a tablespoon at a time, we're going to add a little more milk to get the consistency that we want. And that looks pretty good. So it's still got a decent firmness to it, but it looks wet. It's shiny. And it's not too stiff. This is exactly what we want. Now, we're going to add in about 3/4 of a cup of chocolate chips. So this is a 1/4 cup. It's about all I can fit in my little container I've got chocolate chips in. Something else I do that's just a kind of a fun fact is I keep my chocolate chips in a container instead of in the plastic bag. And something I did years ago was The chocolate chip cookies I make were actually a recipe off the back of the chocolate chip cookie bag. Sometimes your best recipes are on a package of something that you're using. A lot of times these people, they'll put out competitions, or, you know, they offer a prize or something to the best recipe. So generally, these recipes are really good. And so I taped the ingredients on the back of my chocolate chips. And this is just for chocolate chip cookies. It's just a fun tidbit. Okay, now we're going to fold in our chocolate chips. And we're going to put these 2 eggs out of the way. We're going to fill our muffin cups. You do want to fill your muffin cups up quite a bit. That way we have nice big fat muffins. Nice. And we're going to go on and get our blueberry bread ready while our muffins are cooking. It's been 4 minutes. Same thing here. We're going to need some parchment paper, and I have a little muffin pan. So this is what we're going to be using. So what I normally do with these is flip it over. We're going to cut this in half. Okay, we've been 5 minutes. So we need to turn our temperature down on our muffins to around 350. And then they get 15 to 20 minutes more. So around 130. And then what I'll actually do as far as my parchment for my little pans, smash it around the outside. And you can do cute little folds if you want. If I do, I normally fold them towards the inside. Doesn't matter. See? Gives me a little loaf shape. Okay. Now we flip our pan over. We're going to get our paper in there. I suggest when you put it in the hole, use your knuckles. I need to clip my fingernails. And my fingernails are really long for me, and if I were to push it down in there with my fingers, then I would end up busting through the paper. So I knuckle it in there. And now we are doing a double recipe, so I'm going to need 3 1/4 cups of flour. I'm always losing things. Here we go. My measuring cup is in the flour. All right. 1, 2, 3. And 1/4. Okay. Then I'm going to need 1.5 cups of sugar. This is a 1/2 cup measuring cup, by the way. So there's a 1.5 cups of sugar. We need 4 teaspoons of baking powder. This recipe is almost like the muffin recipe, pretty much. That gives us 4. And of course we need a pinch of salt. For those of you who may not do a lot of baking, the pinch of salt isn't overly necessary. The little bit of salt really gives your flavor a punch, and it helps bring out the flavors of the sugars and the berries or anything you're putting in your bread. Today we're putting berries in. And then we're going to give everything a stir. Just like before, we're stirring all of our dry ingredients together first. Then we need our separate bowl, which I'm just going to clean out the other one real quick. Right here. So just has a little butter on the side. That's not going to hurt anything. All right, so we're going to need both of our eggs. And then we're going to need 2 cups of milk. Like I said before, one of these is 1 cup. We need a 1/2 cup of butter. I'm going to stir my egg around this time first. 1 stick equals 1/2 cup. We're going to go on and throw all of this in our flour. Need about a tablespoon of lemon juice. I don't know what it is. Lemon and blueberry go really well together in muffins and breads, and the lemon juice adds some acidity that just really helps make that blueberry pop. Now we're going to dump in around 2 cups of blueberries. These are sort of fresh. A friend of mine grew these, and actually they're from last year. I'm trying to use them up. And this is right at 2 cups, it looks like. So we're just going to dump all that in there. Just going to gently fold in. We're going to get it in our pan. Now this batter is a little more watery. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use a measuring cup to get it in there instead of trying to fight with the spoon. That's just silly. Now I am not overfilling these. I am filling the little compartment around 3/4 of the way full. I'm making a mess. That's okay. Now, we're going to do what I like to call a lazy streusel. Lazy streusel is just brown sugar coated on top. Okay. Now it's time for us to check our muffins. So what we want to do is come over here and grab our toothpick. Oh, look, they look beautiful. Oh, let's see if they're done. Look how poofy. Poofy's good. Oh, not yet, not yet. We want that to come out pretty clean. See, there we go. And that's definitely not clean. So we'll give them 5 more minutes. Woohoo, they look so good. I have plenty of batter left to make some more loaves. So I'm going to get those going real quick while we're waiting on our muffins to finish. Now check our muffins again. Almost. A couple more minutes. I wanted you guys to get a good look at the my streusel on top, my fake streusel on top. It is literally just brown sugar, and I put it on pretty thick, so because some of it will actually go down into your bread, but it gives you a really nice crust on top that people, they really like it. They love it. So now we're going to check our muffins again. Look at that. Look at that. Let's poke one we haven't poked. Oh. That's clean enough for me. They're done. Now that our bread is in the oven, it has to stay same temperature, 350 degrees, for around an hour. Something else that might help your baking needs is, you see I got some of the batter on the parchment paper. Don't fret about that. After you cook it, if you crinkle the paper, look, it just pops right off. You can eat it. But yeah, it'll pop right off, and then you can just dump it out. There you go. So I went on and pulled one out. Wanted you all to see how they look coming out of the oven. Or if you look, we're kind of bubbly, and that's good. That's just the brown sugar, so don't be worried about that. But we're going to go on and pull these out. So now, whoops, these smell so good. They just smell so buttery. Look at that. Look how moist and spongy. Oh. Oh yeah, that looks great. You can see all the chocolate chips in there. So, of course, always thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I want to thank all my new subscribers. I'm very new at this and I get very excited with every subscriber. So, thank you. But we're going to try the bread. I'm going to save my muffin for after dinner, but I'm excited to try a piece of this bread. It's so good. I love this bread recipe because it's not overly sweet. Sorry. It's not overly sweet. So you can really taste the berries or whatever fruit you choose to put in it. Apple is great in them, and especially with the brown sugar on top. Totally a fall bread. But I hope to see you guys on the next one, and bye.